Hey, what's up YouTube? It's been a really long time since I've made a computer related video. A lot of you may not even know that I'm into, building PCs and things like that. Maybe some of my older subscribers. But it's been a while. It's been a long while since I've made any PC related stuff. And I figured I'd change that because I am building this currently for my 2016 dream build of mine. So anyways, obviously nothing's running here. I just have my strips plugged in to this random 850 watt Corsair power supply I had laying around, just to show you. Anyways, I guess we'll go over some of the specs. So this case is a Lee & PC-V1000 LB. It's a special edition case from Lee & Lee. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. So it's got the special edition badge and everything. Lots of expansion there. This case originally had a bunch of hard drive cages there, but I ended up pulling all of those out so then I could fit this 60mm thick 360 rad. So this is going to be one of the radiators in the system. This is going to be a multi-radiator setup. So there's going to be the 360 in the front, and then there's also going to be a 280 or a 240 up top. Haven't really decided 100% on what I want to do with that yet. I'm not really sure if I should do a 240 or 280. I know if I do a 280 rad, it's going to have clearance issues with that little piece right there. Which, I mean, I can just pull right out actually. If I pull this off, you can see that. So that little piece can actually just be unscrewed. And then I could just find a different method of locking that panel down, which shouldn't really be that big of a deal. So again, that's kind of undecided. I'm not really sure. And another thing I could do is I could just do a 280 and do a pull setup, so the fans would be at the top and it would push the rad out enough to where it would probably clear that, no problem. Actually, not probably, it would clear that. So definitely a few things that I'm not really 100% set on currently. So for the board, I went with a Gigabyte X99 Gaming 5P. I love this motherboard. I deal with these all day at work. They're pretty much unbrickable. They're super smart. So when you flash BIOS and stuff like that, there's a lot of things that it can do to prevent bricking. Another thing I really love about this board is the I/O shield plate lights up. I've never seen another board that did that. So when this system's actually powered on, this entire panel will be lit up. So if it's dark at night or something like that and you're, in the back of your PC fiddling around trying to plug components in and stuff like that, it'll make it really easy. I know a lot of you guys have been there. With me, it gets a little bit frustrating trying to find ports and stuff when you can't really see very well. So there's the box for the rad, so the AlphaCool rad. And for the processor, I have gone with a i7 5930K. So I'm really excited to use this chip. It's got 15 megabytes of cache, 6 physical cores, so it'll be hyper-threaded obviously, so it'll be 12 threads. So that's going to be an awesome processor. Probably only going to go to about 4.5 gigahertz with that. The stock clock's 3.5, but obviously everything's going to be water cooled, so heat's not really going to be much of a concern. So basically, so far, I'm thinking reservoir is going to be just a big tubular res that's going to start right here and probably end somewhere right along there. So this board is also going to be liquid cooled, so it's going to go Southbridge GPU CPU, north bridge, top radiator, that will probably just go to the front rad or the reservoir or something. I haven't really 100% come up with a way that I'm gonna set up the loop, but like I said, this is all kind of just in the process. I've got this random sleeving stuff that I got from work. Stuff actually looks really good, and I can get some combs for this to maybe tidy that up a bit. I've got a few more here for GPU. So GPU wise, so far I'm pretty much dead set on a 980 Ti. Just going to be a single GPU solution. I don't really see a need in doing multi-GPU, and I don't really have the cash to spring for 2 TIs, so there's that. And then also, as far as the blocking and everything taking place, obviously I'm going to burn in everything to make sure all the hardware is okay before I start blocking things. So I'll be ordering my memory here very shortly, and once that comes in, I'll just throw a stock cooler on the 5930K, and I'll go ahead and probably let that run, I don't know, a test or something like that for a few days, and just make sure that everything is working correctly. I'll probably just throw a random video card in there for now. Not a big deal. But yeah, that's pretty much it currently. I will be using an 850 watt Corsair modular power supply for this build. I've had the power supply for about 6 years now, and it's been awesome, so I don't really see any reason at all to upgrade that. This 5 1/4 inch drive bay right here will be a fan controller, so there's not going to be an optical drive in this machine. There's just no real need these days, and I'll have an external if I really need it. But I mean, you can image a machine with a flash drive, everything's digitally downloaded these days. There's no real need for a optical drive. I love the simplicity of this case. Yeah, you can't even really see this, but just the entire front panel is just mesh. It looks very similar to the old school Mac Pro cases, except without the annoying handles and bullshit. It looks much better, but that's Lee & Lee. I mean, Lee & Lee's just incredible. It has 4 3.0s, which is awesome, and then just microphone, headphone. No reset button. I don't really need a reset button, so that's just making it more simplistic. It's better, in my opinion. But yeah, as far as these strips here, these are actually all RGB. There's 3 strips, and they actually ended up lining up perfectly. So they came to right here. That's gonna literally go right like that between the power supply and the bottom of the expansion slots. So that's gonna go from right over here around here, probably just through that hard drive mounting hole in the tray. And then the sensor, which is this guy right here, this guy is going to be probably coming out of here. Let me focus this in here. It's probably going to be coming out of here through that hole out there, and then just it'll be zip tied like right here, so it'll be just barely poking out from the power supply. But yeah, I'll show you guys. It's a pretty badass setup, honestly. Let's see here. Okay, so this is the controller for it. So you can do strobe effects, lots of different effects. You can change brightness. Let me focus that in there. So I can make it more dim or brighter. And then we'll change some colors. I mean, you can literally just do anything. You can just do white. Pretty much dead set on this this periwinkle blue, kind of a purple blue. I really like that, and I think the sleeving pops really well with that. Oh, and another random thing I really like about this board is how they space the PCI lanes. I've always been a big fan of boards that space their lanes evenly all the way down, and they don't have like 2 that are grouped and then 3 or some bullshit like that. Like, I really like that a lot. And as far as the color scheme, it's going to be the coolant will be green, whether it's coolant or distilled water. Probably going to go with a coolant from Mayhem or something like that. That'll be green. And the water blocks are all going to be plexi. They're going to be clear, so you'll be able to see all of that. I won't have to worry about the red. I mean, you know, not that I hate these heat sinks or anything, but it's just not going to really work with this theme. There's also some green capacitors for the audio over here, which is kind of a cool touch on this board, so I think it'll go really well with the theme that I have planned. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Like I said, nothing too crazy yet, but we'll just kind of take it as it goes. GPU I'm kind of undecided on. I can get one through my work for a discounted price from MSI, but the only downside with that is right when I water block that GPU, warranty void, which really fucking blows. So I don't know. Like I said, I may go with an EVGA video card. We'll just have to take a look, because I know EVGA does not have a warranty void sticker on their cards. So if you threw, you know, thermal compound or a water block or anything like that, it would not void your warranty, which is awesome. Because like I said, right after I do the burn-in, which can only ensure so much, it's gonna go straight to a water block, you know, liquid cooled setup. So it would be nice to have that on a GPU that costs, you know, $620, because it would really fucking blow if I got that GPU and like a month in it takes a shit on me, and, you know, call up MSI and they're like, oh well, sorry, well we can't help you. So yeah, there's that. So that's pretty much the thing that I'm trying to come up with currently. Other than that, the fittings, I'm probably going to go compression. Not really sure on the make of those, but I'll go compression on the fittings. Reservoir is kind of undecided currently, but like I said, I'm just going to keep updating you guys throughout this whole process. This is just kind of a introduction video to this build. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like the video. And I will be sure to keep you guys updated throughout the process. Have a great night.